Normally, playing in the Senior Bowl does not matter at all. It doesn't. It's nothing because you get to practice all week, have NFL scouts watch you. You get to work with NFL coaches. The game itself at the end of the week doesn't really matter. It's more about getting to hang out with the players and getting to hang out with the coaches and show what you have all week in practice. Doing well in the game doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be great in the NFL. It doesn't really mean much of anything. Now, doing bad, well, even playing bad doesn't really matter. You don't know who you're playing with. You've never worked with these receivers. You're working in an offense you've never played in before. We all know that the Senior Bowl is kind of, doesn't really matter. For example, Baker Mayfield went 3 of 7 for only 9 yards passing. This does not really hurt Baker Mayfield. It's pretty neutral. It's like, well, we saw him all week in practice. We know who he is. His play does not deter us from possibly drafting him. I mean, Luke Falk didn't even play in the Senior Bowl, and it's like, no big deal. He's fine. Now, you want to do well. You always want to do well. Anytime you play in a football game, you want to impress people and do very well. Like Mike White for Western Kentucky, I'd never heard of him until this game. Or Kyle Lauletta from Richmond. I knew Mike White. I'd never heard of Kyle Lauletta from Richmond. Nobody knew him. He did well. He grabs your attention. So Josh Allen is interesting because in the first half of the pretty meaningless, for the most part, the Senior Bowl doesn't matter at all. Josh Allen was only 2 for 5 passing. He had 14 yards, and he ran for another 16 yards. It's fine. Doesn't hurt him. It's pretty neutral. No one cares. We saw Josh Allen all week in practice. Hey, the dude's a stud. It doesn't matter. Now, it's interesting, at halftime of the Senior Bowl, James Jones criticized Josh Allen. He criticized his competitiveness. He said that he kind of looked overwhelmed by the moment. He was sheepish and overwhelmed. Now, in the second half, Baker Mayfield left. So the halftime comes around. Baker Mayfield says, look, I was 3 for 7. It's fine. This game doesn't really matter. And he just left the building. He went to find his flight. He completely left Mobile, Alabama. Now, Josh Allen came back in the game. Josh Allen said, look, I did not live up to my standards. I want to do better. Josh Allen came out in the second half. He had a good drive. He had a 4th down conversion. Ultimately, Josh Allen had a great second half. He threw for 2 touchdowns. He looked really sharp in the second half. It was impressive, and it was like, wow, you did not need to do that. That's pretty cool. He overall finished 9 for 13 with 158 yards passing. It was impressive. Like, he really did do a good job. So Josh Allen completely won the Senior Bowl. But why? Was it just because Josh Allen played well? No. Josh Allen did not have the best Senior Bowl of anybody else because he played well. Josh Allen showed heart. Josh Allen showed he wanted to prove himself. When he did bad, he said, I want to do this again. I'm going to take a risk, I'm going to take a stand, and I'm going to do better than last time. Now, it's interesting. I said the Browns shouldn't draft Josh Allen, and not because I don't like him. I said that because of public opinion. I said, look, the public opinion of Josh Allen is he's not as good as Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen. I will not criticize. I promise. If the Browns draft Josh Allen, I'm not going to criticize them at all. I never was planning to. But the fear, again, is public opinion. If the public opinion is that Sam Darnold is better than Josh Allen, and you screw up, if it goes badly, at least you chose the guy everyone assumed was better. If Peyton Manning is assumed to be better than Ryan Leaf, and yet you draft Ryan Leaf first, and Ryan Leaf fails, yet Peyton Manning kills it, you're dumb. You made a mistake. So if the public opinion was Sam Darnold's better than Josh Allen, if you're going to fail, take the guy everyone believes in at the very least. Now, if you think Josh Allen's the guy, awesome, go for it. Josh Allen's undeniable. I do like Sam Darnold more, but my fear, again, is public opinion. Now, this is great for Josh Allen because Josh Allen has now swung public opinion in his favor. The theory is now, well, we didn't see Sam Darnold. We haven't seen Sam Darnold for a long time. He had a bad game against Ohio State, and now, hey, Josh Allen won the Potato Bowl. He killed it at the Senior Bowl. Todd McShay is saying good things about him. All this stuff, public opinion is swaying towards Josh Allen. If you think Josh Allen's a better quarterback, if you're the Cleveland Browns, go for it. Pick Josh Allen. I liked what he showed at the Senior Bowl. I thought his competitive spirit was awesome. He also has a lot of good traits. Remember, Josh Allen turned around the University of Wyoming's football program. I think they were 0-12 before he got there. They were terrible. He also played in cold weather. Josh Allen has a big arm. He's played in snow. He's played in bad weather, which he will play in if he goes to Cleveland. And he even said, I want to turn around the Browns. Another example of Josh Allen turning the public opinion in his favor to make him look good. Because everybody knew Johnny Manziel was going to fail. You don't want to pick a guy that everyone knows is going to fail. That's my point. I like Josh Allen. I really do. He obviously played well in the Senior Bowl, but that's not why I like Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen's attitude. I love his raw ability. And if you can combine a really good attitude, be coachable, do everything right, with really good talent, which Josh Allen does have, that's a recipe for success. So I'm pretty much sold on Josh Allen. If the Browns pick Josh Allen, I'm for it. I'll support that. I really will. I would have never criticized them. I would have been afraid of the Browns getting criticized either way. Now, I ultimately do think Sam Darnold's better, but I think both Josh Allen and Sam Darnold have a special kind of it factor that I can't explain. I know Deshaun Watson had it last year, and we've now seen that with Josh Allen, and I believe Sam Darnold has it as well. Thank you so very much for watching this video. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, please help me grow by sharing this with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Reddit. Help me grow by telling your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. And if you want more, if you like this podcast, if you like my content, you can find Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and also on YouTube.